What the freak is up, YouTube? This is the disability movement led by Peter Roman. So you guys really seem to watch my vlogs about getting disability because, you know, we're all kind of retarded compared to our Lord and Savior, Elon Musk, the richest man in the universe. He has $200 billion. Okay. So compared to, you know, his family, we are just absolutely cooked. I mean, if you look at the statistics of how many homeless people there are and how many people are in poverty, especially in today's society, when houses are like a regular house that used to cost $50,000 now costs nearly $1 million. So things are just not looking like you can't even afford a house with like a pretty decent job. I was gonna do surveying, which is like $30 an hour. I think it's like $60K a year or something. Pretty respectable profession, right? Like pretty talented. Gotta, you know, that wouldn't even earn me a 1-bedroom townhouse in Springfield, because in order to qualify, you need to make at least $90,000 a year. So I'm like 20 to 30K shy of being able to afford it, because rent is $2,300 a month. Freaking bugs. Oh, look, a squirrel. Oh, there's a lot of squirrels. I will kick the shit out of you, bro. Brother, I will kick you. Brother, I will kick you. Bro, it started following me. You saw that shit? Alright. I'm not gonna go that way. Bro, I was actually starting to panic. I was like getting ready to kick. I was thinking about my Crocs falling off because they're not on sports mode. Bro. I don't know, maybe it was looking for food or something. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Like, compared to the richest people on our planet Earth, we most likely, if you're watching this, you most likely come from a pretty poor family on the verge of poverty, you know, just not in a good position financially, mentally. Because if, you know, you got to be honest, like, people who reproduce are usually not the best among us. Like, if you look at celibate people like Nikola Tesla, or who was it, like Isaac Newton, and I forget the other ones, but they all really abstain from sex, you know. So the greatest minds usually don't have babies. Actually, I could find a counter argument to that, like Elon Musk, for example. He has 15 kids, so his kids are in a good position. But the vast majority of us don't come from, you know, a place like a place of abundance and wealth. Our parents are usually just scraping by, just making ends meet, and they decide to have a baby in like the worst possible circumstances. At least that's how it was for me. You know, like, my parents are Polish. They don't speak any English. I mean, they hustle and they, you know, they do their thing, but they're very religious, for example. So, you know, they don't really care about money. Like, this channel is about getting absolutely freaking rich and making as much money as possible. Because we live in America, baby. Capitalist society. And a lot of our parents are immigrants, and they bring their values from their country. They don't really look to how to contribute or how to build wealth. They are usually looking for community and some sort of like, holy shit, this bench is like broken. Alright, as long as I don't fall, I don't care. Bro, that squirrel scared me. But anyways, we're at the fountain, as you guys can see. Just vlogging, just talking about whatever we're talking about. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? Probably the title of this vlog is something like, "You're absolutely fucking retarded, so claim disability while you can." And legit, like, we're all pretty much disabled, you know. We like disability, mental health isn't just about what's going on in your brain. It's also about your circumstance, job satisfaction, like social isolation, the ability or the desire to wake up in the morning and get out and do something. That all has to do with mental health. So, you know, there's a lot of, it's multifaceted, I would say. Like, for example, I did a parasite cleanse and I feel a lot better. Started waking up at like 7 in the morning every day and vlogging in public and not worried about what people think about, you know, what I'm doing. Like, there's people over there standing. They clearly know I'm here, and it doesn't bother me that they're over there. See? And yeah, just like being able to do something like this. I've been training myself since probably like 2000. I think my first video was probably in like 2013 when I started like being serious about YouTube. I honestly don't remember exactly. Could have been earlier. I made my account in 2011. A different account called Lorenz Motors. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I want to be entrepreneurial. I want to do something. I want to work for myself. I want to be my own boss. And essentially, it's very difficult to make it in the world, especially when you don't have the right circumstance. You're not born into the right family. So, you know, I went a little bit crazy with the amount of stress and pressure that was under my energy, like on my frequency was just very, things were really, it was just a really high pressure. And, yeah, like my family unit, my social circle, everything like that, like couldn't handle it. And I ended up in the hospital like 15 times in my life through the span of like 15 years. My first hospitalization was in 2010. And that was around the same time I graduated from high school, which was 2011. And then my first hospitalization, my second hospitalization, which was in Chicago, Illinois. Chicago Reed Mental Health Center or something like that. That's when I was like, all right, what is the purpose of life? Like, it wasn't really anything. I was mainly having an existential crisis about what life is about. Like, what's the purpose of life? What's the meaning of all this? And just asking a lot of deep, thoughtful questions that nobody thinks about or questions, because this whole game that we're in is very status based. It's very based on like who has more money, who's cooler, who's gonna get the girl, who's gonna get into a relationship. Like, oh, what is this guy like, weird, crazy, blah blah blah. And like, I wrote a book called The Solipsist. It's on Amazon. You can find. I'll link it down in the description. But it talks about it. It basically like tells a story about. It's based on real events that happened in my life where I started believing that I was a soul consciousness, like the only person here. And that radically shifts your frequency and like how you view the world. So I started believing in this pretty heavily, and I was like, what? Like I literally, like, it wasn't just a thought. It wasn't just an idea or like a notion. I believed it, that I was literally the only person here and everybody else is an NPC. And I believed it so much that I went to a car dealership to ask for a free car, because if I'm the only one here, that means everything is my dream, and if it's my dream, then I own everything. So by that logic, I should be able to get a free car from the car dealership because it's mine. All I have to do is ask for it. So I went. They called the ambulance, and they were like, no, you're acting strange, like they were asking me why questions, like why are you here. I called my mom, like they made me call my mom. She showed up, and then they put me in an ambulance and took me to I think it's called UMD&J or something in Newark or somewhere. It was some sort of mental health hospital. I think maybe it was in New Brunswick, actually, now that I think about it. UMD&J in New Brunswick. So yeah, there's actually this cute girl that I want to make a video with. I just don't want to get attacked by the squirrels. I'm not gonna go that way because the squirrels are gonna attack me. But anyways, I went to the hospital. They diagnosed me with thought disorder, and I guess I just wasn't making sense, because what I started believing in, there was no like socially acceptable English, like there's no English words for it. I feel like maybe in a different language, like Hindi, or like those religious cultures, those spiritual cultures, maybe there's ideas for it in everyday conversation, but in English, if you're not talking about some sort of money-making scheme or method, I feel like people just label you crazy. So when you're having like a spiritual experience about life and an existential crisis about actually being here and realizing it, people just tend to label you and tell you you're wrong, or they just tell you they don't understand you. But it's really all money. Like, they want to diagnose you so that they can send a bill to insurance and they can get paid. They don't really care about your story. So I wrote a book about my experience, and now I'm on disability because I've been diagnosed, and I'm like, if you're gonna give me this diagnosis, I'm gonna make money off of it, because this diagnosis technically means I'm disabled. And like, that's pretty much the only way you can really survive in this world. Oh no, there's another squirrel. Bro, these squirrels are like not scared, bro. I feel like they know I feel like I'm high or something, and they could just sense that I'm like high. I'm actually not, but look at that squirrel, bro. That's crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna ask this girl if she wants to read my book. She was behind me, I think. I just gotta get my Metaband glasses on. and be like, hey, do you want to read my book? Maybe I should do it for the vlog. Yeah, here she comes. I'm like struggling. Oh no. Let's see if I can. Hello. Hi. I'm making a video promoting my book. It's called The Solipsist.
Okay.
I wrote it, see?
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, it's about this guy who he starts believing he's the soul consciousness.
Okay.
And then he starts doing experiments to see if like other people are real.
Okay.
And then he gets into all sorts of trouble.
Okay.
But can I give this to you to read?
How much is it?
It's free.
Oh, you're just giving it to people for free?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I mean, I would love to pay for it.
Really? If you want to pay for it.
What's your you have a Venmo?
Yeah, I have you could just keep it. It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to pay me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like me to give like a review or something?
Yeah, if you go on Amazon, I'll show you the link and then you could leave me a review.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, just search the title and the author.
I've actually never heard of this word. Solid.
It's actually a very interesting philosophy.
Okay.
And then just write Peter Roman.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Oh wow, this is amazing. It's on Amazon. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will give you a review for sure after I read this. I actually love reading these kinds of books.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
It was nice meeting you. What was your name?
You as well, Ritika.
Radhika.
Yes,
Okay, awesome.
Peter.
Yep.
Okay, good luck with everything.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. I think she was. All right. I almost sold it. But honestly, it's whatever. I'd rather just give it for free but that just goes to show that like I could probably sell it, you know? I could probably sell it. That's the thing. I almost did, but I didn't know any of my information, like Zelle, like I know my number. I didn't want to say my number on camera. I guess I could edit it out. But I don't know my like Cash App or Venmo. Like I don't know any of that. And plus, like for the video, I'd rather just give it away for free, you know? It's only like $8 to print. And then I sell it for $17 on Amazon. We'll see what she thinks. She looks like she likes to read. And yeah, that pretty much concludes this vlog, guys. That was awesome. I really like that one. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe, comment down below your thoughts, and I'll see you tomorrow.